Hey, it's Chef Annie Falcon. It's that time of year again with holidays and lovely food and beautiful spreads on our tables, and also a lot of stress. Some of us have small families, we don't have a lot, we're not going to be having a lot of company over, or we just don't make gigantic Thanksgiving dinners a la Martha Stewart. And that's okay, because we can make a really wonderful dinner for 1 to 4 people for under $40 in about 40 minutes. I will give you a shopping list and I will show you the order to do things so that it all comes out at the same time, and you'll be delighted, and you'll probably make it multiple times a year, because I do. We eat this often and we really love it, and you'll even have it put you to sleep like every other Thanksgiving dinner does. Anyway, so let's get started. I hope you enjoy it. This is a really good meal and it's fun. Walmart and Aldi came out with a $40 Thanksgiving dinner, which sounded really great. It was kind of unspecified how many people it would serve in some cases, and unfortunately, it involves making something like this, which is what we're trying to avoid. What I really want you to make is this, which looks a lot like that, except we're going to do it in a faster way, and you're going to get the same result. It'll be amazing. This is how you'll do it. These are the items you're going to use. There'll be a whole PDF with all the ingredient information. You're going to use turkey tenderloin. You're going to pick Hawaiian buns or savory buns. You're going to make a green bean casserole. I chose a frozen pie to bake, but you can buy a fresh pie. It's faster. You're going to use the Idahoan mashed potatoes, the stovetop stuffing. You can use fresh cubed sweet potatoes or frozen. You're going to use prepared gravy like from Heinz, and some cranberry sauce. You're also going to make it in ready-to-serve pans, so it's quick and easy. I served mine buffet style. This is my finished meal. I left it on the counter for basically my husband and I to fill our plates. You could serve it family style, put everything on the table. You could serve it restaurant style while you fill the plates and deliver them to the table. I think most people do family style or buffet style. So this is how my meal turned out. Everything looks really good, and it was really good. This is just half of the turkey. The other half was for another meal. That's the pie that I baked. It was very good. It took 45 minutes, but it fit in with the whole timing of everything. This is what the finished plate looks like any other Thanksgiving dinner. The shopping list is here, plus it's also in the PDF that you can pick up. I included my mom's famous cream spinach recipe if you want to swap it in. And there's also the prices there for Walmart and Kroger, which are $5 and $10 higher. I'm going to teach you to mise en place, which is the French term for getting organized and everything together. I'm going to help you plan, shop, so you get it done in about 40 minutes. You get to decide what you want to have in it. If you don't like sweet potatoes, you can omit them. If you want to add my mom's spinach recipe, you could add it. And you could also add a family favorite of your own. Now, how quickly or leisurely you wish to prepare this is entirely up to you. You don't have to make it in 40 minutes, but you could. But the first thing you need to do is turn your oven on to 350 degrees. Now, if you're going to make a pie, you're going to have to start it at the same time as well. And you're going to have to determine the temperature of your pie and how long it's going to bake for if you're baking like a frozen pie. There's complete information about this in the PDF, so you can follow that easily. And I'm not talking about making a pie from scratch. I'm talking about taking a frozen pie and baking it, which you would prepare it on a sheet that's small enough for it so that you can fit your other sides alongside it in the oven. Timers are going to be your best friend, and phones have amazing timers these days where you can set multiple timers. So you would set your pie, your green beans, and then a 5-minute timer later to add the crispy onions to the green beans and everything else. If you'll use loaf pans for your sides, they will fit right next to the pie. You can also get disposable loaf pans, which will make creating and cleaning up a dream. So you're going to make the green bean casserole, and you're going to make it right into the same pan, mix it in the same place. So you can shake your can down to help get the soup out, and then you're going to add milk to the can, stir it around a bit, pour it in, mix that together well. You can take half of your crispy fried onions and mix them into the green bean casserole. Take your drained green beans and mix them in with the soup and the milk. At this point, it is ready to go into the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Slide it in the oven next to the pie if you're making one. If not, just set it in there by itself. Timers are going to be your friend, so make sure you have all your timers set. For the sweet potatoes, whether you're using the fresh or the frozen cubes, you're going to put them in a bowl. You're going to be microwaving them with the brown sugar, some cinnamon, and a pat of butter until they're hot. Probably take about 10 minutes or so. It depends on if they're the fresh ones or the frozen. You may need to check them. Also read the packaging of what you purchased. That'll help you to time it. And of course, set a timer for that. While you do that, you're going to be doing some other things. Grab a small saucepan for your gravy. This is jarred gravy. I bought brown gravy. Most people buy turkey gravy. I'm just different. I like brown gravy. I like how it looks on my mashed potatoes. So whatever you choose. It's really pretty simple. You're just going to heat it up. So put it in your pan. You're going to put a lid on it, put it on low on your stove, and let it simmer while you make the turkey. So you need a medium saute pan or skillet. Put some olive oil in the pan. I'm going to have you cut the turkey bag open over the pan. When you put the turkey in the pan, make sure it's got that nice breast round side up and the flat side down first. Without touching anything else, immediately throw away the turkey packaging and go wash your hands. This is food safety to prevent salmonella. If you were to go and pick up your seasonings and the handle of the pan, you have now contaminated your kitchen. So that's my food safety PSA for the day. Go ahead and salt the turkey. Add your seasonings, your poultry seasoning. You can use some ground or crushed rosemary and some Dalmatian sage. It's also called rub sage. I like both of those, but just buying general poultry seasoning will be fine. Now that you have it all seasoned, go ahead and put a lid on it. You're going to turn your burner on to medium low, not super high. And you're going to set a timer for 10 minutes and you're going to start searing and steaming it kind of together so that it stays very juicy. So now you're going to make your mashed potatoes. You couldn't have convinced me a long time ago that boxed mashed potatoes were any good, but honestly, they're really good these days. And the amount of effort it takes to mash whole potatoes into something that doesn't turn into gluten is epic. Anyways, these are really good. It takes 4 cups of water for the 8-ounce package, 2 cups of water for the 4-ounce package. Do not be fooled. I don't think that the 4-ounce package is at all enough for 4 servings, even though it says it is. So if it's just, 2 people, 1 or 2 people, get the 4-ounce package. But if you're having 4 people to dinner, definitely get the family size 8-ounce package. So for the 8-ounce package, you're going to need 4 cups of water and the potatoes, and that is it. I put the water in the pan first, and then I add the potatoes and mix it. In the PDF, you'll see that I pre-cut the butter so that I can use it throughout the recipe as I go. And I take several chunks of butter and dot the top of the potatoes with it and cover it and set it aside. Stovetop stuffing comes in quite a few flavors, actually. I usually buy sage or traditional. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you like. The actual brand name takes 1.5 cups of water, and it calls for 4 tablespoons of butter, which is excessive. I think it makes it greasy and it makes it look unattractive. So I use 2 tablespoons of butter and 1.5 cups of water. I melt the butter with the hot water, mix it together, and then I add the stuffing to the top of that, stir, and then cover and set it aside. The sweet potatoes finished in the microwave, and I'm transferring them to a heat-safe pan. They have everything they need in them. They just need the marshmallows put on the top. The green beans are about to come out of the oven, and when they do, I'm going to top them with the crispy onions, and then I will take the marshmallow-topped sweet potatoes and put the green bean casserole and the sweet potato casserole in the oven at the same time so that I can brown the onions and brown the marshmallows and complete those. The timer for the turkey has gone off, and now it's time to flip them over. So get your tongs, you're going to flip them over. You're going to see that they're not browned on the bottom, and that's perfect. That's how it needs to be right now. You'll flip it over to the seasoned side, and you'll put the lid back on it, and you're going to set a timer for 7 more minutes. Now the timer has gone off for the green bean casserole. You're going to top them, God willing, with the crispy onions that don't seem to want to come out of the package. At any rate, you want to obviously sprinkle them over fairly evenly. It's the other half of the box, so that's pretty easy. And then you're going to put it back in the oven for 5 more minutes along with your sweet potato casserole so you can brown your marshmallows. The topping for the cherry pie needs to be added now. It's come out of the oven. I'm going to add the topping, I'm going to spread it around and put it back in the oven for about 10 more minutes, along with the green bean casserole and the sweet potato casserole. The second timer has gone off for the turkey. I've removed the lid and flipped them over. This is how they should look. It should be brown, the bottom of the pan should be brown. It looks perfect, but it's important to temp it. So I really recommend a meat thermometer. Poultry needs to be at 165 degrees to be safe. Check the meat in the middle of the thickest part of the piece. You want to make sure that you don't poke the probe all the way down to the bottom of the pan. Cook a few minutes longer if needed. Open the cranberry sauce and spoon it into the bowl. You can also cut it in slices. You can read my hilarious assessment of that on the PDF. Transfer your warmed gravy to a bowl or a gravy boat. I couldn't find my gravy boat, so bowl it was. I did cook the turkey just a few minutes longer to reach temp of 165 degrees. It actually went a little bit above that, and that's completely okay. It's not sustained, it's not drying it out. That extra sauce that's left in the pan, I would normally have put that into the gravy, so it tells that in the PDF, but it doesn't show it on the video. Go ahead and slice the meat and get it ready for serving. So here is everything ready to go. You saw this earlier in the beginning. This is what we made. The PDF is going to be linked in the description below. On the biscuits, it talks about it in the PDF. You will wrap them in foil. You'll put them in the oven after everything else is done and out, but you're just waiting to get everything prepped. And so the buns will be getting warm in the turned off oven so they can't burn. You just have to not forget them. Anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this. It is actually quicker to make than it is to talk about it. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know if you've made dinner.